A tour bus driver dumped their septic tank while sitting in traffic on a bridge in Chicago. But this bridge had grates on the bottom, and the waste actually ended up falling through. At that exact time, a sightseeing boat was passing below, and over 100 passengers were covered with waste from the Dave Matthews Band. Now, the band publicly apologized and stated they were unaware of the driver's actions. The driver was charged with reckless conduct and pollution. Eventually, the band settled for a $200,000 fine.
Do you notice something weird about this video? It's footage from a film premiere in 1928, but something is off. It looks like a lady in the background is talking on a cell phone. Now, some say this is proof of time travel, but others have debunked it, saying she was using a handheld hearing aid. But why would she be using a hearing aid by herself? That doesn't make any sense. What do you think?
Extreme acceleration forces the blood in your body to move away from your brain when you're on a slingshot ride. With less blood in the brain, the supply of oxygen is diminished, which can cause you to start to feel lightheaded and dizzy. And if the force is strong enough, it can actually trigger a brief loss of consciousness. Once the ride slows down, blood returns to your brain, and you'll quickly regain consciousness. A needle is inserted into your lips if you get filler. As the needle enters your lips, the filler is slowly released into the tissue. This filler is made from hyaluronic acid and attracts water, creating a plumping effect. The doctor shapes your lips by injecting small amounts in precise locations, and the filler integrates with your lip tissue, making it look more plump and lasting around 6 to 12 months. A surgeon will remove a healthy vein from your leg if you have a blocked artery. Then they will open up your chest and stitch one end of the healthy vein to the clogged artery right above the blockage, and the other end is stitched right below it, creating a bypass around the blocked part of the artery. The blood is redirected through the transplanted vein, which restores your blood flow.
Back in January, one of the biggest volcanic eruptions in modern history took place in the Pacific, and it was all recorded by satellite imaging. The Tonga eruption was so big, it sent pressure waves around the globe for 6 days straight. This is what the explosion would look like in the US. The eruption triggered deadly tsunamis and covered surrounding islands in ash. The huge plume of gas created hurricane-strength winds all the way in space.
You could be trampled under a pile of logs, or even crushed by a falling tree if you work as a logger, America's deadliest job. Roofers face a 1 in 2,200 chance of a fatal accident. One slip and you could be falling several stories. Aircraft pilots and engineers, roughly 40 die every year in catastrophic cargo disasters and small aircraft crashes. And for power line workers, about 25 die annually, every climb being a gamble with their lives. The water started to recede rapidly, exposing the ocean floor. People were confused and started to notice the wave coming closer to the shore. This was a massive tsunami, triggered by an undersea earthquake. As the wave approached, it grew in height, reaching up to 100 feet in some places. It slammed into the area with unimaginable force, obliterating everything in its path. The wave swept entire neighborhoods away, leaving nothing behind but rubble. And over 167,000 people lost their lives in this region alone.